Hello and welcome. Today I am going to be playing Grim Dawn. Probably going to try to play it regularly because it's a fun game. I've never finished a single playthrough, and there's 3. Like, you can play through the game 3 times, I think. I have 2 saves that I was just testing some stuff, but I haven't actually played it in like 2 years because I think the first time I played it for a while. I messed around with some quality of life mods. Then when I came back to try to play it maybe a year later, all that stuff had changed. There were updates. I played for maybe half an hour trying to get that stuff to normal, and then it didn't work, unsurprisingly. I'm just gonna go with veteran. I don't know if it's a bad idea, but I'll see how it goes. And I'm going to single player veteran main campaign start. I need to not click, because I click through this, but this is part of the intro. It might be a little quiet, I'm not sure. Or it might be a little loud. But I need to not skip it, because this is, like,
We paid a heavy price.
story relevant.
But the trap worked.
You seem surprised.
It's been a while since we've had a win. How long will it hold?
I've never entrapped a being like this. But the bonds hold. For now.
How do we dispose of it?
I'm just a witch. You're the soldier.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
How do you kill a spirit, though?
If you kill the mortal vessel while it's bound, the spirit may perish within. If it escapes...
It's listening to us.
What are you?
Others of your kind name us ethereal.
Why have you invaded our world?
Your world. We existed first, but were managed by your corrupt gods. Your kind opened the way, and now we return to reclaim what by right should be ours.
I've heard enough of this rubbish. Let's hang it.
A weird way to grab a rope. I know the whole noose, but...
Destroy this vessel, and I will find another. I have tasted its desires and emotions. Your kind is weak. You have already lost this war.
Do it.
Captain!
Cut him down!
What? Are you mad? Better safe than sorry.
The spirit has fled!
This is a human now.
The various aesthetic elements are interesting. That art makes me think...
The captain is correct.
What is that game?
They won't remember a thing.
Darkest Dungeon. They probably all pull from the same
Ethereal was right. The war is lost.
art design.
We're a resistance now, and we need every human survivor we can call to our cause. Maybe this one here can still die with some honor. If they ever wake up, send them to me. If they don't, bury him deep with the others.
I don't remember a lot. I've been checking stuff to verify, but like there's like Catan. So it's kind of maybe Cthulhu-y? Or whatever that Lovecraftian style. I'm not sure. The guns and all that. Evade is a new thing that was added relatively recently. It did not exist 2 years ago.
Still drawing breath, I see. You're one lucky bastard, I'll give you that. Best go speak to Captain Bourbon right away. He seems to have a plan for you now that we've spared your life.
How did I get
You
here?
were possessed. So we strung you up. Seems the spirit fled your body before your life ran out. I'd have left
This
you
is
to
just
hang,
repeating the same
but,
stuff that we
the
would already know.
captain, he's up the road. in the
I'll be on my
courtyard.
way. Interesting. It's been a while. The game looks old, which is fair. But I'll have to talk to him later, so no reason to talk. He's green, so I should probably talk.
So you're the one we almost hung.
Okay. Oh, lovely.
So you're the one we almost hung. I didn't really see a sense in it, but then again, No one really cares what old Barb is.
So yeah, no one needs to talk to him right now. No one really cares what he has to say. See, I don't really need to talk to the green people, I guess. I could. I'm not gonna worry about that yet.
You're not looking too bad for someone just come back from the brink of death. You were taken, possessed by the same creatures that have been reanimating these zombies here. Normally I'd have burned you with the rest to be safe, but we've lost too many people to the dead. I need someone expendable, someone with nothing to lose but a lot to gain. Right now, you're that person. Prove your worth to me, and the survivors of Devil's Crossing may just welcome you.
What a name. John Bourbon.
The bodies of the dead are rising again in some horrible unlife. Corpses don't just get up and move around on their own. Something is reanimating our deceased with ethereal energy. We have observed the dead for some time, and they appear to be flooding Lower Crossing from the burial hill, just beyond town. I want you to go to the burial hill, find whatever is controlling these abominations, and destroy it.
I think for side things like this, I'm just gonna read it myself quickly. Not out loud though. What's the situation? I'm gonna try to skim. Scrambled your memories. The world turned into a nightmare. Things far worse than walking corpses. The old prison is the last refuge for humans in these parts. Drifters pass through with tales of other areas. What are the ethereals? Nobody knows. There's reports by the resistance shortly after the Grim Dawn. They're not of this world. They name them after the ether, or aether. It's ethereal, so it'd be ether. They possess stuff and corrupt it. Blessing, we're not possessed long enough.
You will
Never
need to
mind.
fight your way through Lower Crossing. Once you've crossed the stream on the far side of town, there will be a beaten path leading up to Burial Hill. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I'd be asking a lot of my people to welcome you with open arms too. Help us in our hour of need, and I will open Devil's Crossing to you.
So yeah, now it's just sort of playing for a bit. My plan is to go for a demolitionist. Demolitionist plus Inquisitor is my initial intention. I'm surprised I'm not being attacked right now. Every other time, I guess I took too long, so they all died to the guards. Whereas if you rush through all that, there will be guys attacking. There's some mechanics that I find interesting in this game. Like the fast healing, where if you eat food it builds up fast healing and stuff, so you don't have to worry as much about healing between minor fights, but if you drain it all, it's an issue. And there's food around here, I can't remember where because it's been a long time, but it's a very interesting game to me. But I'm not good at, I can make builds in these types of games that function to a point. I imagine most people can. Weird, nothing. But I'm just gonna kind of, I think I had followed guides in the past, specifically around like Necromancer Arcanist stuff. And one thing that I definitely learned from those is I need to invest more points in, I can't access it yet. Right? Yeah, I can't. I need to invest more points in the like pure stat gain. Is it shift? Yes. I need the more pure stat gain based points instead of investing it into skills. Like, I'm going Demolitionist because it's a totally different style. My default would always be like Necromancer type, Arcanist type, summon based stuff, so I'm going for a non-magic one that isn't a soldier, which basically is going to be Fire Strike. But I think the big thing that I've learned, I had to invest like 2-to-1 ratio for a while, I believe. Or like that's the advisable, like a lot more points into this than I would by default. Like by default, my assumption would be 12 points here while leaving 1 point here. But that's not the right thing to do, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna go for this line here. Can't actually check it now, but there's some other gun-based things for Inquisitor that I would level. But then I set Fire Strike there, and that's easy. Only need a mouse to play. It'll take a while, I think. Going off memory, it takes a while before, like, combat has much diversity. At least early, it has a tendency to be... Oh wait, I have no idea how to level this. I have no idea the priorities. I think Cunning is best for damage. But... Or in this context, I think it will be best for damage. I think Spirit's the least important. Might go Physique first. No, Cunning. Cunning's probably the better one for damage. And if I'm wrong, I can learn. I think most... I checked. Everything but these can be respect. Like if I pick Demolitionist, I'm stuck as a Demolitionist, but... I can't... I can respec other stuff, so I don't need to worry too much. It's all very... specific. This is confusing. It looks like I should be able to walk, but I can't. It's kind of an interesting type of game, because... except for when it's hard, it's very easy. And kind of relaxed. Like at this stage of the game, I can just shoot everything. Very easy. But then eventually, it will be a lot more difficult, and I'll have to pay so much more attention. Yeah, the first skill, it's just more damage. 100% main weapon and 5 fire. Plus 4% physical, so it's just basic attack bonus, which is simple. I think scrap is a fairly relevant currency, but kind of an interesting game. It's gonna take a bit, but I could talk about anything while playing this. I could talk about beavers. I could talk about other games in this genre that I've tried. Oh, I guess I gained energy for leveling? Probably from this? Yes. That would explain why it was regenerating. I don't want to go through this because I don't have good AoE. Because I was messing around. Even burning the Blackwater Cocktail is terrible there. It's nowhere near enough AoE. So I don't think I can go there for a while. Until I can kill them quickly. It's just a swarm of... I don't know if you'd call them Nagas? Snake people? I can't remember what the game calls them. These types of games are always interesting. Like I've played Last Epoch or Epoch. I've beaten the normal level up to the point of monoliths twice. Once before full release and once after. I don't know, the monoliths kind of are relatively fun, but they're somewhat repetitive. It's sort of, I don't know, maybe it's... I think this... the current one's better. Yeah, I need to move this around a bit. Block, recover... I should read this. Yeah, like Last Epoch is fun. I don't know how this game goes late game. I've only gotten partway through. I'm gonna skim these. They'll die in this house. You're already dead. Oh yeah. The implication of I hope you don't think I'm a coward for what I'm about to do when one of the weapons you get is a gun. Clear implication. I'm gonna go 50-50 physique cunning, which might be a bad idea. but physique will allow more armor options. I don't know if this game has a suspended or like a opaque map system. Sort of probably one of my bad habits for this game, because when I played it a few years ago, I played a couple different characters. I didn't get far on most of them, but I would always do my best to explore everything and kill all the mobs that really, all the mobs don't really need to be killed, I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's any actual, I mean it's experience. It's not like important experience. It's fairly low. This early in the game is impactful, but very quickly it won't be. I still might take the Blackwater cocktail for like these types of enemies, because weak enemies would be useful in having at least some sort of AoE before. I don't actually know how it behaves, but the end of this tree I think is AoE. And there's an AoE fairly low skill in the Inquisitor tree that I saw. I don't know if I want this. I think it's good. 75 energy reserved, and it just is 7 fire damage, 10% fire damage, and 12 offensive ability. It's probably pretty good. Considering I don't really have major energy costs, it's probably worth it. I just don't know what. I probably overcommit on too broad of a selection. It might be best to just level this all the way up first, and then go back for other points. And that's 7 fire damage. This leveling up is 4 fire damage, and 4% physical, plus 3% main hand. It's a pretty big improvement. So maybe 7% main hand damage, which is less than 7, maybe 4. Plus 4 is about 8 damage maybe. Whereas this would be like 10 fire damage. No, 10% of 9 is like 1. So it'd be 8 fire damage. It's maybe the wrong choice. Oh. I don't have a single potion yet. Wow. Oh, it's always active. I don't actually have to activate it. Nice. Though the energy reserved in that context does matter more if it can't be deactivated easily. But it should be, yeah, it's 40 to 80, so that gave me 4 main hand damage. No, it must have been 7. I'm surprised. It's weird. 'Cause I don't. Because this is just pure physical damage, so the fire damage shouldn't be counted as main hand, would it? Unless the 7 applies to every damage instance, which would make sense, and so it counts as main hand damage, maybe? And then 10 fire damage instead of 9 because it's 10% more. It's the type of stuff that I should learn how it works properly. Oh, 33% physical damage converted to acid. I didn't pay attention to that. Neat. I think these are worth just sort of using at this when they're this low tier. Because like it's a low level and it doesn't give the craziest improvement. Not sure though. Okay, because I checked stuff about Titan Quest, and this is based off of Titan Quest, sort of. And cunning, which is dexterity, increases piercing damage, so the 20% armor piercing damage does more damage with cunning. It's probably, cunning is definitely the most important damage choice. That's 1 top level damage though, so it's not really much. You do die pretty quick. Yeah, I've tried to play Titan Quest before. I saw that there was a Titan Quest 2 announcement sometime recently, which is actually partially what got me curious about, or back into trying to play these types of games. Kind of want to play that Titan Quest, but it's very awkward to me. Autumn fog are early. The fogs are early. Traffic is high. Mole crate, Malmouth, which there was a DLC about that. Barely afloat. Strange Tales of War. So this is just before, presumably, well, maybe not before, but it's all talking about, I guess, the Grim Dawn type stuff. The start of the rations filled this up. It's all very interesting. Like, the story is kind of neat. I don't remember enough about it. But it's, I don't know, it's kind of something about all these games where the story needs to be decent, I think, but it's not vital. You can have a inferior story as long as the actual game is fun. Which, like, adjacent to this is sort of why I personally, I'd say I prefer Borderlands. It's kind of related, but not really. Borderlands 3, I prefer it to 2. 2 has a vastly superior story, in my opinion. I can sell that, I think. But I much prefer 3 because it doesn't have any... This stuff is kind of dirty. Oh, yeah, that mechanic. Oh, I just remembered all about having to purchase explosives. Seeing this again. Locked off areas needing dynamite. But, thinking about... Can I see it on the map, at least? Good. Thinking about, like, the various bosses, raid bosses, how poorly designed late game Borderlands 2 is. Where in theory you could just, if you push too far, you get too high level without unlocking appropriate item farms, you just are doomed. Because the Ultimate Vault Hunter mode has probably some of the craziest scaling of any game. With HP regen and stuff. That got maybe toned down eventually. I didn't play the early version. Then they made new stuff more recently that's broke the scaling even more because the scaling is a mess. Fun. Whereas Borderlands 3 might be easy, but it's not like a scaling nightmare. And they eventually replaced the... Well, they made it so you could do Mayhem without random modifiers. Instead of having to roll for modifiers that weren't awful, you just did Mayhem 11, and that was better than any of the earlier ones. There's the flaw of how they did it, though. They did then implement a Battle Royale-esque DLC. Can't remember how it was implemented. Food. And it was implemented so that, you just get Mayhem 11, grind to max level, and you don't have to grind anything along the way, because you just do the thingamabob. The Battle Royale minigame. And then you get all the items you need right away, on level. which it was kind of silly. En route to village of Burwich in order to investigate a number of strange incidents. Taking lodgings in a small squalid tavern in Lower Crossing. Weary from the travel. Strange pressure and electricity in the air. The sun shines and not a cloud to be seen. Something terrible will soon come to pass, and then the sequel. They were packing, and their assistance was requested. West of Devil's Crossing. Rude, let me read. Upon arriving, can I close this one? Nice, okay. Somber greeting from the foreman who informed me bitten workers had gone mad. 2 gray foxes and a hound went crazy. Green vapor emanated from the remains of the animals, which means they possessed the workers. Yeah, interesting. It's kind of fun. Give me good RNG weapons, please. Smuggler. It's a fun game. I'm just gonna meander about. You know, there's a bunch of side areas that are not like, that are easy to miss. So I need to be reasonably careful, or reasonably thorough. And like, it's a game where the following playthroughs I can speed through, I think. Skip a bunch of stuff, but there will be stuff that I can only do on a secondary playthrough, I believe. Is that really all there is there? Bunch of bugs? This feels like a type of place that there's something I can click and I can enter a secret tunnel. I know there's a secret tunnel somewhere that I think I have to return to after moving further along. I don't know if it's actually worth killing these, because the time might be better spent just pushing forward. I think when I last played and got so these bug creatures are not actually ethereal related, they're just bugs. But I think the last time I played, I don't know anything about that. Unless I got to the very start, down here, at one point. I think I explored all the way up. Not all the way to here, though. I think up to here. Then I got somewhere in the hills, maybe? In this region? Oh, maybe I got to the homestead. If I did get to the homestead, I didn't get much further. This map is... I wish I could zoom out more. It's way too zoomed in for how big it is. That's a person. Oh. Yeah, some AoE would be nice. I think I should put 1 point into the fire grenade, Blackwater cocktail. It doesn't do a lot of damage. But maybe on slower stuff that don't chase me as quickly it would be good. I'm still gonna do 2-1. That might be too many. It might be 2-1, 2-1, 1-2, 2-1, 1-2 might be like a better pattern. But this gives AoE actually. Very small AoE. Or fairly small AoE, so I think investing 2 points here, 2 more points, and then I can get Explosive Strike. I think long term the goal is one-handed weapons. Because Because with one-handed, that combos with the Inquisitor. Yeah, because this gives more AoE, this is AoE. Maybe I won't need this. Except for the fact that it reduces offensive ability, so it is kind of a defensive ability. Yeah, reduces target's damage. And reduces resistance so they take more damage. I probably do want that as a debuff. I was considering this tree at the bottom. Probably not this one, but this one here. So it's a buff. It's a 25% energy reserve. This has to be an active, because I activate, it gives an AoE, does damage, has a chance to stun, gives health regen and speed, and fire retaliation? I just don't know. It might be a skill, it might be a toggle, where you toggle it on for the energy reserve and you get hit and it triggers? I don't know. I'm very uncertain how that one works. I think this guy's... Oh, wait, do I teleport this guy out? Staying with an old group of survivors down in Devil's Crossing, the old prison. Lives started running low. Volunteered to go scavenging around Lower Crossing. Got chased in here by a pack. The way back should be clear now. I suppose I could open a rift gate. Mine will take you home. Scene in Burwich. See you back at Devil's Crossing, and they gone. Okay. Yeah, I probably don't need to clear up this guy down here. It's probably not actually worth it. But I've cleared enough. I still haven't entered there, but just keep moving and it should make progress. The next time I'll get AoE on that, which might be good. It seems fairly small, but the burn seems decent. And I kind of wonder. This says it has physical damage. If this... It's all a question of how this fire damage applies. Except... It says it retaliates at enemies, but it doesn't do retaliate damage. Or it doesn't specify retaliate damage. I don't know. Oh wait, unless it's... Augments attacks and retaliates at enemies. Maybe it augments retaliate type things as well? I don't know. It's a very different way of playing the game when you're playing it not with a minion-based character. Because minions are sort of, you just need to direct them at your opponent and then bam, they'll die. You won't really have to worry. Ether crystals are important. Whereas this is sort of, I don't know, a weird sort of kiting. Which is kind of fun, but doing it this way will get old very quickly. So hopefully, my hope is that eventually with like double, when I eventually have two one-handed weapons, it will shoot twice as fast, so I'll have to stand still a little more to get full DPS, instead of it being just as efficient to step every shot. Finnegan's Bread. Kind of interesting. Oh, wait, doesn't... A bunch of these connect. Like, those two might connect to each other. Which makes it a lot more confusing to explore. Confusing in the sense of having to sort of backtrack. could probably just sit here and take the hits instead of trying to avoid every single one. Vitality, more armor, health. Yeah, that's just better. Okay, I need to get this all sorted. Lightning damage, convert it to lightning damage. Gives a skill. These are always kind of interesting. Weapons, shields, caster offhands. Fire blast, fire damage. Actually, that's probably pretty good. That might be worth equipping on this, since I'm probably not going to need it long term. It's probably worth using. .5 meter radius, 20% main hand, plus a bunch of fire. Let's try. Might be a terrible choice. This is fire. But it might be helpful. Might be better than just shooting a gun every step. Yeah, that's a good improvement. That's good AoE. Is it worth using it now? I don't know. Not on the map. Oh, this cave. I could probably go back to that earlier area, actually. I'm very low HP. I don't have potions of any variety. I thought I would have found potions by now. I'm kind of surprised that I haven't. Oh, I can just spam this. I don't need to shoot at all right now. It's more efficient to just fireball them. It does... I shouldn't have stood that close. It's more efficient to just AoE. Because it has a lot of burn damage, a lot of fire damage. Though realistically, one shot here, one shot there gives a poison dot and a burning dot. I think. Obviously I have unassigned points. Being chased by a giant porcupine. And there's a good chance I die because I'm constantly poison ticked. I don't know if I can kill this without it taking far longer than it should. Because I can't just stand still. Okay, that's probably the best DPS I can get. The acid conversion is actually probably very detrimental on my gun, considering what this creature looks like. This is probably in my best interest to... Come on, they can shoot me, but I can't shoot them in that direction. That's annoying. I'm just gonna keep doing this for a second. Fortunate. Kind of early game, very little choices. It's always kind of annoying early game in these types of games. When you have very little to work with. So it just evolves into... I just want to see it impact once. Ooh, it's regenerating a lot of HP. Ooh, I was worried those spikes would kill me. Come on, how are those not hitting? Hey, got it. Nice. Kind of annoying. Okay, just grab everything for now. I'm about to run out of space. I don't think any of these are good. Because I'm not doing melee. This It's a mace, yeah. Buckler, seismic blast, 8% on chance on block, so not really that good. Chaos spirit, cunning, frostburn damage. This is probably better. Let's get some points into physique. Too many things to look at. I think there's a collection. I'm not sure though. This clunky mace. Okay, I think everything else is fine. I'd probably just sell everything here. Leave the leather spolders. What's this? Ah, that's why it was regenerating. Total health, so 4% more health, 5 health per second, and then increased by 25%. So is it more of like 5% and then increased by 25? So it's more like 6.25 per second, or is the 5% including the 25%? And I assume the health regen actually applies to me as well, but maybe not. Oh yeah, I can just see the... I can't check the small AoE if they die. Okay. Yeah, it's like pretty bad AoE for now. But it's some. And I can just do this. Oops, wrong button. This. For now, honestly. That's better for now. Constitution can no longer regenerate health quickly when out of combat. And I need to collect stuff to replace that. Honestly, there's one right there, and it's probably worth going back for. Yeah, I still have health regen, so it's not mandatory. I'm still surprised that I haven't... Oops, I didn't go far enough. I'm still surprised I haven't seen any... potions. I thought potions were relatively common. Maybe it takes a while before they start showing up. Or maybe I wasn't playing on veteran previously. Maybe that's some sort of change. If potions even exist. Pretty sure they do. But there's no proof of that yet, so... These are... shrines, I believe. Kind of an interesting method to play. And I forgot all about how the various little items give skills, and you can actually use them primarily for a bit. It makes me think of Path of Exile. Not that I was ever good at that, but like skills were very heavily, I believe, fairly heavily based on stuff that you slotted into your armor. Can't remember. Oh, okay. No, I can't do that for this long. I can't remember if it was predominantly modifiers to skills, or if it was the skills themselves, though. Because I did not understand that game enough to even try to make my own build. There's too much in that. Kind of wonder. 48 to 97. Kind of wondering if that number is including the upgrade provided by the skill that makes it slightly area of effect. If it does, then that's kind of interesting. That it accounts for it. And if it doesn't, then it's kind of a shame, but... fire damage would be good. Burn damage would be good. Offensive ability would be good. Cooldown reduction is kind of useless. Flame Touched is 2 levels. Would give me, actually, that's a lot more fire damage. If it's 8% for level 2, level 3 must be at least 23%. And the base fire damage, it will reserve more, but it's probably pretty good if I could get a one-handed weapon. Is Kalidor's Tempest for this character, or is it for a different... My assumption is it's for a different class entirely. I just need an actually good... Would this be better? It's less damage per second directly by itself. But with this, it might be better. Is there a... damage per hit, attacks per second? Does it give me a damage per second number that I don't have to calculate myself? I mean, it's definitely better, isn't it? Because 58%, 52% more fire damage will apply to this, which is a lot of damage, and the burn is definitely an improvement. $102, 54.83. Higher low end, lower high end, but the fire strike is better. Except the fire strike, which might be called fire strike, was on this. But it's still better damage per second is what this is saying right there. Oh, actually, can't I... That's hotbars, but can't I do this? Now, how do I do this? How do I swap? I can't remember. It is W. Okay. This is better DPS with that. This is if I want the AoE. Oh yeah, I want to go down this way. Devotion shrines, skill window, devotion points. I want this. Oh, actually, yeah, if I do this swap, then I can set Fire Blast. And I can AoE just fine. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. I can't do that. I need to have my hand on the mouse on the keyboard correctly. Yeah, no, this is way better for shooting, which is great. Now I regret putting the Fire Blast on that gun instead of this one. If I'd put it on this, it'd be perfect. Nope, don't do that. Fire Strike, that's what it's tracking. This is up to 26%. So that's 8% per level, it is. And then the 22, that's way better. So good. Worthless, but...
My inventory is full.
So after that, now I have a devotion point. That's way better. Where's the helmet? That's the helmet. It blended in too well. Now, I want to check. So if I look here, this is maybe not the more important level up. Well, actually, it gives a bigger radius. So it's actually probably not terrible. 5788. Yeah, so it doesn't count it up. Yeah, that doesn't account for it, which is fine. I don't know if I should put here that points there. I think I shouldn't. I think I want to level this the most. I think next time I'm going to go 2 here, 1 there. Focus on leveling this as primary sustained damage. But the AoE might be better. Because it gets it a bigger AoE, gets better AoE damage. But for now, if I need AoE, I can shoot the fire blast. So I don't really need a different... I don't need to focus on the AoE bullet. Which means the AoE bullet might even be bad for all I know. Because I'm not good at judging that. But let's just have fun. Oh, okay, lovely. Just press and hold. It's such an interesting game to me. Kind of gets ruined by MOBAs though. Not this one specifically even, just... Oh, that'd be so good if I was doing a pet build. Apparently pets have been buffed. I think I was reading the 1.2 something patch. Changed them with the intention of it being a buff at least. Whether it was actually a buff or not, I don't know. It's pretty good. I'm content with this build right now. It can only get better. I wonder if I can see the... So far I don't think I can see the range for the rolls. Maybe there's some setting I can change. Because I have to feel 52% feels pretty high for a fairly low level item, but maybe they scale into the hundreds. Because otherwise 52% is going to kind of be something that I want to use for a long time. Does this... Yeah, it does cost energy. Only 1 though. Yeah. It works well. The AoE is going to fall off fairly quickly though. Given that it can only hit the stuff in front and it can't target the ground. I'm also aware that I think these types of games, people do leveling builds? Oops. I didn't know you could turn the camera. Oh wait. Yeah, you can. I just don't. People do builds that are entirely meant for like leveling to the end game, and then they do different builds at that point. I don't know if I could actually do that though. Because at least for me, it's sort of having a natural transition. It's probably better to keep the ones I have now for the resistances. You know what? Should be able to teleport to sell some stuff, come back. Like having a build that you grew with, so you get used to each part in its own time. Oh, I should have talked to him a while ago, huh? Whoops.
The dead attacks have slowed and their numbers are thinning. I take that as a sign that you've dealt with the source?
I've killed the
A
reanimator.
creature was doing this? Disturbing. Thanks to your efforts, we may yet hold out here a little longer. I've sent word to the gate guard. Speak to him and he should let you in. Take some well-deserved time to rest and recover. welcome to Devil's Crossing. I need some time to plan our strategy. In the meantime, there are others around Devil's Crossing who could use your help. Take a moment to mingle with your fellow survivors. Kasparov, our resident scientist, is really eager to speak with you.
Can we blow up a
He babbled
building?
some nonsense, but I believe he wants to talk about your connection with the Ethereals. Barnabas, our handyman, said he needed help with our water pump. When you're done assisting them, speak with me in my office inside the prison.
I don't think I went too far. They didn't actually have that last bit written. It's here. Interesting. I think the reanimator was the thing I basically just killed, so I didn't go too much further than necessary. Cleaning up. Need better equipment. Take some iron coin. Why are you helping me? I got nothing left but revenge. He wants me to kill specific people.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Roiling blood. I think the health is more valuable. I'm not sure about defensive ability. Defensive ability might be better. Actually, cunning's less. If fire damage scales with spirit, then I need to level spirit. I might have to level spirit if I want that to go up, given that it's under magical. And that so much of this stuff is fire based, but see, I got another one. I can apply this one right now. Kind of difficult to know. I mean, none of this stuff is going to matter long term, so it should be fine to sell it all. This would be better DPS, but it'd be melee, and it wouldn't fit with the overall design. I think you can fire strike in melee, but I kind of prefer sticking with the ranged. No, maybe I should keep that. It's only 21 damage per second. It's not crazy.
Put it to good use.
So yeah, I can put this on this. I can put it on that. Oh, it's probably better on this. Maybe not actually better, because I could have gotten the +4 fire damage or whatever. Maybe I would have lost the granted skill. I don't know how that behaves. This could be the searing part, so I can maybe add it, but it's fine. Still have access to this with that bonus, so it's going to be way stronger. Oh, we have an AoE from this applying to these guys.
The captain send you over? He must have done quite a service with the dead if he's got hands to spare for old Barnabas. Let's get to business, yeah? Our wind pump's broken down again and we're running low on water. We're all out of parts, so I can't fix her up. Can always melt down what weapons we have, but I'm not too
We
fond
still
of
need
being
scrap.
in my sleep.
Is this enough scrap?
Impressive. We hadn't had much luck scavenging for supplies on account of the dead swarming lower crossing. We seem to handle them well enough, though. I'll get the wind pump up and running in no time. Devil's Crossing will have safe drinking water again, and it's all thanks to you.
Oh, oh wow, that was loud.
We got the water pumping again. The only problem is it smells like a sewer. Only about a tenfold worse. I haven't smelled something this since I cleared out a den of slith ages ago. They're loathsome reptiles, make their homes in swamps and dank caves. They secrete a nasty poison into the water that makes it drinkable for
Okay,
this
to the
key
cave.
to open the cellar in the shack behind me, right by that accursed rift gate. It connects to the bowels of the prison, which should lead you to the cave. Find the slip.
Okay, so I'll do that. I'm going to talk to the other people first. So I was going to do 2 points here. one point here. Again, might be a bad idea. It looks fine for now, though. Still need to talk with... Let's just go up this way to get to the full area mapped out. Oh yeah, I'll have to fix that. Fun. Actually, if I hadn't helped, I could have done that. I only need 2 more scrap. But now I need to talk to the gate guy. Figure out anyone else important to talk to. Don't start trouble. So, oh, this person, their quest is kind of interesting, I think. A bit odd. The note there. Lower bonus. Okay, with him. I mean, a decent man. Shank good at writing. So they're talking about how the prison is not normal. And then the warden... I think the warden's the boss? And this system. We have to purchase extra ones of those to store. Which is kind of, I think, fairly common. Just kind of unnecessary. It's just a gold
I am
thing.
pleased to see that the taint of possession has left you. Should you require it, I offer spiritual guidance to the survivors.
Oh, this is for respecking, I think.
I will gladly extend this service to you. My knowledge of spirits has allowed me to devise a trap with which we were able to contain you and the ethereal that controlled you. It was not until the noose was firmly around your neck. I'm afraid that I am not at all fit for combat, which from my understanding was more than necessary for you to reach the reanimator's lair. I was only able to subdue the ethereal within you, with troubled memories can cloud the mind and torment the spirit. With my guidance, you can move...
Yeah, that's basically respec.
Let me clear your mind.
It costs iron bits. Fairly cheap too, so I can respec these easily if I want to.
Stay strong.
Which is why I'm not too worried about making a poor choice. It'll be annoying to respec later, but if I have to, I have to. Keep an eye out for my brother, Milton Hart. He was a soldier. It's been weeks. He always wore an amulet. I'll do what must be done. He really came... This is the guy that I sent back. Iron, that, and some scrap. If only it had been 2 scrap, that would have been nice. Okay, I think that's everyone here. So a bunch of people to kill. I'll start with grabbing the pants. Then I will do the slith. Did I want to... I undervalue defense in these games. Which might lead to me overvaluing it, but... The 7% fire resist seem... 7% fire, poison and acid, both seem more valuable than the offense and defense ability. And the armor, but maybe I'm undervaluing armor. I probably do need some of this. Okay, actually, I'll learn. So. Looking at damage types. Okay, start here. This does 46 fire damage, 72 114. Magical fire damage is 63 to 99, 97. 97, but it did go up. Yeah, it went up. So I probably do benefit from some levels of spirit. Maybe not too many, though. I'm assuming the cunning will be more important. Although I think I actually need to go... I just have to talk to Kasparov. Yeah, the fact that that's an upgrade is kind of interesting. Or it's supposedly an upgrade. Yeah. 140 on a hit's pretty acceptable, I think. Yeah, it's kind of fun too. Oh, this area. This area is really tedious. Because it's not a maze, but there's a lot of individual cells. These types of games are very interesting. Like, I don't know, there's sort of a weird feeling looking at, not this in this game specifically, but there can be a weird feeling of like limited choice when looking at like this tree. There's a lot of choices, but it just sort of feels like I want more choices, even though I can't even make correct choices with the ones available to me, with the options available. It's more thinking about Titan Quest that I've tried to play several times. The most recent attempt came to a failure because I was trying the dream specialization from the start, and I picked the attack-based one, where you, it's a strike, every 4 hits you do extra damage. It feels so bad, because it's not every single hit. Because just before that I'd tried Storm, and they get bonus damage on every single hit. And that just feels better than every 4th hit, because it's more consistent. It just feels... that felt weird, so I stopped. But there's also the case of that game. It really looks like the individual skill trees are much more limited. Now, key factor is both of these games you pick 2 specializations, classes, whatever, and then you build based on that, which is a lot more options by far. Like if you include every single other possible specialization, or whatever they're actually called, then you have, what, 7 or 8, maybe more, permutations per initial class. And then within those you have a lot of choices as well. So it's really not limited, it just sort of... When you consider you're not going to pick everything within a tree, and then not everything's going to work together anyway, it then makes it feel like I wish there was just a little bit more, I don't know, synergistic options, a little more, few more options that were like clearly working together. But this one is definitely better about that. I guess it's kind of... Last Epoch's maybe not the world's best game, but it's kind of... I think it has a good system for skills that's relatively limited, but that might be better. I probably should use the club. That's almost certainly better, because there's way more armor. I'm getting distracted. Offensive, defensive, energy. Vitality resist is good. Lightning damage is worthless. Aether damage is worthless. The health is fine. The health is fine. The energy recharge is better. So yeah, it's probably better to switch. This is probably better too. It has a lot more damage. It should still trigger Fire Strike, 'cause I don't think Fire Strike requires it to be a ranged shot. And it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I just have to be in melee, which is fine. Yeah, back up here, good. Like, last Epoch's system where you pick a skill and then you specialize within the skills, kind of, it just has a lot more, at least, a lot more of an obvious variety. Because you pick from however many skills, and then within that you have to make choices as to how it works. Taking a lot more damage for sure in melee, which is not surprising. But it's all, I think it's mostly a matter of perception. I don't think it's really that many more choices. It's just, I don't know, the choices are more... It's not more limited, is not what I mean. It's more contained, maybe? More obvious? I don't know if that's loot filter stuff, because I don't know if that dropped just iron or something. I think I'm just still... I don't know if I'm on default loot filter. I do not want to go there. Or go into melee range there. So points that I'm looking forward to are... I think temper? Because then it also adds physical damage. There's retaliation, which... I guess the retaliate line there is only here? I don't know, but that will be good. Before that, I still might want this. Gives a fire retaliation. Eight more fire damage, 5% more physical, 3% more main hand. I do think the gun might still be better, but I don't know, this might be better. Or maybe even this. Doubles the physical damage, less than double burn. Probably not. It's probably not worth it. I don't want to put any of those two because those are specific. That's just a grenade. That adds fire damage to the grenade and doubles the physical damage while going from 25 to 28 energy cost, probably scaling with points. Oh, so wait, you want to, if you stack retaliation damage, then it adds retaliation to the grenade. That's cool. I don't know if I need it. It's good AoE, and I can clear it. I can unspec it. Two and a half second recharge. It only costs 25, and it's 360 to 456 physical. That's probably worth at least 1 point. And I can remove it later. Because it'll be easier to hit than this, because this is a line, it hits the first enemy, but if this I can aim at the ground, I assume. Yeah, I think it's worth 1 point. That's pretty slow though. I didn't think it would be quite that slow. I'm gonna switch back to this. I'm much more comfortable with the ranged. But yeah, it does take a little bit to explode. It's not instant. It's gonna be a little harder to hit. But it does instantly blow up spiders. Yeah, that's probably worth it. Yeah, that's gonna save time. But yes, the fireball's pretty good. Oh, I remember this. Very roughly, but I do remember it. It was annoying. Oh, wait. I think I'm gonna have a quest where I have to get Slisk parts. And I might have to kill them again. Oh well, too late now. No, it isn't. I could... Just in case it's a Kasparov that wants it, I'll go talk to him.
Welcome to my workshop. I saw you fighting the dead out in Lower Crossing, and I dare say you were absolutely brilliant. Rift gates, yes. The Ethereals use them to get around. I was working on a way to close them, but then you stumbled through ours.
And to replicate the Rift Gate stuff.
Anything, do you? I may have taken some liberties
You'll be
while
growing
you were
any
out,
new
though.
limbs.
It was just a few tests, a blood sample or two, nothing major. The results were curious. It appears that your body is still teeming
Aether
with
crystals
residual
like these.
These will do perfectly. I'll just place them into my device here, and oh my, that's not right. Not very good. I'm sure a little
free skill
more
point.
Aether in your system won't do you the slightest harm. Okay, we've been so preoccupied with this Riftgate business that I completely forgot about
Burwitch
my
Estates.
apprentice, Starlet.
To receive her. Okay, so it's not here that I need more. It might be somewhere else. It might be another animal even. One more point. Oh, one more point would be a lot of damage. No, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think I need one more point right now. I think I already have enough damage. AoE. I still think I need some... Maybe it's later, a fair bit later that I need the Slisk stuff, and maybe it's a specific location. Yeah, it might be a specific, like, group of Slisk later in the game.
That skill's not ready.
I can still shoot that, no problem. A shotgun is two-handed, not worth it. But it is interesting. Does it impact the first enemy it hits? I assumed it would be properly lobbed. Hard to tell. It seems like it does hit. Yeah, it does. What a shame. Given that it was a... What, Granado is the word? Yeah. I was hoping that it would actually be a properly lobbed weapon, but I guess it isn't. I do need to replace my primary, though. This is a bad primary weapon. It is these that I need to collect. So I'm glad I don't need the quest that requires them, just for that. I still think, even if they hit the first enemy, it's still worth it. Because it's a ton of damage compared to the fireball, or a ton of instant damage. I can, like, do I throw, I guess it's more throw shoot, and then they both hit at the same time. Just combo that way. Yeah, oh good. It'll save a little bit of time here and there. And result in an overall time save in making my way through this stage of the game. And the knockdown seems kind of nice too. Can I throw it up? No, I can't. Kind of useless against her, but sunder, the power do it. Telegraph boss attack. When you are sundered, you take additional damage from all sources. Kind of not the best tutorial pop-up location when it's right in the middle of a boss fight where I just got hit by a telegraphed attack. Keep getting hit by that poison one. I could just interact with that. Oh, good. Oh wait, no, there's a dodge in this game that they added. I don't know if it has iframes or not. If I didn't get hit there, I think it does. Can I iframe? I think I didn't get hit. Okay, that's kind of funny. Very weird to have a dodge. Just a default evade. Kind of changes a lot. Being able to dodge everything. Also, in this scenario, it's probably better to up my DPS. I missed. Oh, I actually got hit there. Whoops. Oh, I almost died. Ring of the Boar. Acid, acid, physique, spirit, physique, offense, defense, shield damage, block, pierce resist, aether resist, stun duration reduction. Probably better than any ring that I had because I had none. Health regen. Krieg is a relevant character. Oh, it's probably... Ah, I can't use it. Perfect. Am I under-leveled? If I got a level 14 item? No. I'm assuming it's not a case of being under-leveled as much as it's... the gear dropped over-leveled because of whatever reason. Coif. Physique, cunning... The resistance might be worth it. That's probably better. It's two-handed though. Okay, so I can actually just check here. 157, because this is fire strike rate. Yep. Yeah, it's just better. I don't have the fireball, but I think it's better. It is with the grenade too. Okay. Probably the better choice for now. Until I can get a better alternative one-hander. Bunch of resistances, probably better. I don't want to miss. Oh, one-hander. Probably not better. Don't want to miss this. Nope. Oh, Those are good. Oh, wait. Oh, I can already pick a second class. I'm gonna pick it just because I'm not gonna change this choice later because of these two. This gives you dual wield ranged weapons, gives better pierce damage, which fits with the gun based setup. Bursting round is an AoE. 10% chance for a fairly large explosion. That must scale to a fairly reasonable chance. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to search. Can I search Pierce? Pierce damage. Yeah, those might be good. I don't know how to pick constellations. It's a very... There's so much that goes into this. There's no explosion. Fire. Fire damage, fire damage. All burst of aether fire erupts at the target's feet. It has a duration, but I'm assuming based on what that says, every attack... I think you can equip stuff to some of these? Some of these have slots? I can't remember. I think this is harder to respec, but still respecable. That's probably pretty good if you went for a retaliation-focused demolitionist build. Because that's a lot of retaliation bonus. Chance on attack. 1 meteor shower cast at a time. Physical and fire, that's probably pretty good. Burn damage, stronger burn damage. I think this is where I want to go, towards that. I require blue. And then I can start putting points here. So I need this, which needs this, which I need to do. So I'll start here. So the ether damage is not the most important, but I think this is what I want to go for. This will give me green and blue. Except I need red and green. Maybe I want all these eventually anyway, I don't know. I need red and green, so maybe I have to go further south? These are all decent too, right? I imagine this is... Just getting this is probably not bad. And then I have to go down... These give red and green. Red and blue. Red, green. Red, green. Red, green. Well, they only require one red affinity, so I can just plonk one in here, and then I can start building this constellation. Which would have been better. This would have been better, because chaos damage is actually relevant too. I don't think this is the end of the world. I don't think I can respec it right now. Then I can go through the red greens here, here. Maybe grab a few others that might be useful. And then I can get to the torch eventually. Because the torch seems good. I might have focused too much there though. Maybe these other ones are better. But no, in fact the chaos is in this area as well. Means that this is probably where I want to go. Yeah, I'll just take 2 of those simple ones and then work my way over. Might be a bad choice, but... Oh wait, no. Cancel that and I can leave and then I can start anew? Nope. What? I thought I didn't confirm it, but I guess I did. I must have clicked the wrong thing. Oh well. So I can start putting points into here eventually. I don't think I have any reason to rush to put points in, because I don't have 2 good weapons for this. This is pretty good though. Oh wait, so it might be worth. It really might be worth putting in 5 points here so I can start leveling the bursting round. Might be worth it. I think because that would give me pretty good AoE. Hopefully it gets to like pretty high chance to use, at least 25%, maybe 50. I will put a point here eventually, but not right away. Ooh, actually no. This doesn't only apply to, it gives the ability to dual wield ranged weapons, but it isn't required for the pierce damage to be obtained. So I think it's worth the point, because it's also elemental damage and pierce damage up. So I think it's probably worth it to get 1 point in it already. And then level this to 5. Yeah, that's improved, I think. I can teleport out, I think. I think I should be done. Because I killed the queen, I believe. I don't know how it
Those
unlocks.
slits were starting to beg me for water. I don't know how many more times. Well done. Once I pump out the remaining poisoned water, the spring should be clean enough for drinking. I'll make sure to let people here know how much help you've been.
Ah, rucksack.
Be grateful that they...
A backpack system. This is where I just put all of these. I put all the things that I'm just collecting. Especially that. Ether crystals, that's for quest. This might be for quest as well. Or it's just a component, but... This should be fine, nothing else here. I should sell junk. Yeah, this is where it's gonna start to get more interesting now. I'll keep this because it might be good. This is probably not worth it. .38, 1.39. More armor piercing is, I think, better because that works with cunning more. Definitely that. Definitely. Definitely. For sure. Probably. Chipped claw. This one of these. The Francis gun's definitely not worth keeping. This is definitely worth keeping because it is a lot of fire. I need to go kill that slith side area. I think the resistance is better. I kind of want to see if the shotgun actually shoots like a shotgun. Nope, it doesn't. That's lame. Is the shotgun better? The shotgun's probably better. Even with the lower pierce. No, now that's interesting. The shotgun has lower low end, higher high end. I'll keep both for now. I'll use the shotgun for a bit, see how it feels. Now I need to go to that rowboat, I think right there, because I should be able to clear that area. It's fun to see builds progress. It's also kind of interesting to play for an extended period of time, instead of, you know, quitting after a couple hours, which it's only been a couple hours. It's only been an hour and a half, even. Oh wait, no, we're right past it. Instead of quitting after half an hour, then coming back where everything has respawned. It's gonna be so much less impossible. Coming here with just the Blackwater, the Molotov cocktail type thing, would have been Oh, I don't have fireball with this current setup, which makes sense. I should have not forgotten that, but... But coming here with just that would have been awful because it does not kill them quickly at all. And if I only hit for like 100 and it takes 4 hits to kill each and then you just get swarmed, it's pretty rough. That's better than nothing, considering empty slot. I do find it a shame that the grenade isn't actually like a... Ooh, wait, does it have better... It might have better range than the crossbow, or the arbalist. No, I think it's the same. I think it has better range than the one-handed gun might have had. Because it seemed so much shorter than I thought it should be. That's probably better. Offense, regen, cast speed. Not really that much better. First day at new lab. Thrilled to get started. Nose stuck in books. Studying. They're tired of studying. Wife and daughter will be joining at the new home. Which is close by. Creation of life is what they're studying. And they were studying the ether. So that's suggesting that it might have been this guy's fault that the ethereals came back from the intro cutscene stuff about how it was opened up by the humans. Which is interesting.
I can't do that yet.
It's a fairly interesting idea to establish fairly early in the story. Not really a lot here other than... Oh, there's a place I can enter, probably. Now that might be good. Yeah, that'd probably be pretty good comboed with this. It's 81 damage per second down. Shoots faster. And it boosts fire. 170, 205. Okay, so yeah, it's worse than this for Fire Strike. The shotgun has lower low-end damage, but it's still higher high-end, so it's probably better. I could do the basic math, honestly. And maybe I should do the math. But I kind of just don't feel like it.
That's locked.
Oh, maybe I find a key somewhere else. Maybe there's a key hidden somewhere here. My hope is I don't have to find a hidden key and I just have to come back later. I mean, that seems like the type of thing that would make sense. Oh, this is the person who's the cause for all this. They hint at it right away, but you don't get access to a key until you beat the game, basically. Wouldn't surprise me. And I'm going to use that as an excuse to not look for a key. But so let's have this to explore. Go around, probably around the bottom first. Yeah, except go that way. It's kind of lonely that the monsters don't respawn though. I think... I don't remember. I think when I played last Epoch, I think they respawned a little more readily. Which, like, the only thing negative about it is that I'm getting less experience, but... this context of experience is not that important. Oh wait, I should set up my secondary. I had a secondary set up for a short period of time, then I never bothered to set it up again. Yeah, switch this for this setup. And then this one here can use the regular shooting. It's kind of funny that it didn't turn back around sooner. Like, I would have assumed it would turn a lot quicker than this. It's respectable DPS. Bone Snap Gavel. Probably worth selling. Okay, let's look around for... oh, no, it's press O. Remove commons. I think that's all. I might not even want that tier, which is presumably magic. I'll leave magic for now. Apparently always show double rare is important. Physical pierce, fire. Chaos, but I'll leave that for everything on the assumption that if I filter this, then everything else won't show up. But if I don't filter anything, they will all will. Yeah, okay. I'm hoping it's not an issue. Kind of like the eyeball just falling. Kind of funny. Okay, that should be that. So I think it must be that level 15 or whatever, you can then get another one of those. Because my memory was that it took a lot longer to reach a second one of those. Whatever they're called exactly. But I unlocked it very quick, so I'm assuming it's basically just a number of skill points invested. Oops. I think on these, this is better than shooting. Gloves, those are good. Which means it's still worth keeping magic items around, considering I was using a common set of gloves. Trying to hit the... oh, there's no orb for that guy, but I thought there would be. Defense regen versus health regen. I think more health regen's probably better. Oh, this is broken. Okay. No boats. I wonder if there's a setting to make it so that move doesn't attack anything. It only interacts with, like, chests, doesn't shoot them. I'd rather move up to it and, like, interact that way than shoot from a range. Okay, I'll just follow the side like this for now. Oops, wrong button. Oops, wrong button again. Lots of misclicks. No shoulder armor yet, which is kind of interesting. Because I would think shoulder armor wouldn't be that rare. Just in a general sense. Kind of neat. Am I going too far up for proper looping? I'm kind of committed. Prowess, cunning and spirit. Less armor though. Clicking there to move and then it triggers an attack. It's obnoxious. These might be better. Flightless attack, fire resist, better spread of resistances, but worse armor, worse attack speed. My assumption is it's probably better overall. This is a dog. It does the same attacks as the other thing I fought before, but the one before wasn't a dog. Nope. The fire is better right now. It shoots so much faster. 9 elemental resistance. Is that all elements? That's pretty good if so. Everything above it's kind of bad, but not the other one's much better. Gloves, pierce damage is good. Cunning and spirit are good. It's probably better. Let's check. 18, 8, 9. This gives 9. Yes, elemental is those 3. So this is a good improvement to resistances. Wonderful. I always undervalue resistances, so I'm probably going to try to overvalue them a little. Okay, I'm at the peak here so I can make my way back. Make my way back down. Can I mess with that? Probably. Oop.
Can't do that yet.
Cooldowns. Howda. The gun? One-handed range? Maybe I can use this soon. Combine that with the other one. Should be kind of interesting. Wait, I could already do that. I already chose that skill that gives access to dual wielding. I just want to see how it works. Do I shoot super fast? Yeah, okay. That might be good. Double the fire rate effectively. I lose a little bit, but yeah. Yeah. It does require me to stand still though, because I can't shoot both if I do this constantly. I have to. That's pretty good. I'm happy about that. And I'm glad it makes me stand still, because otherwise it would be a lot of click shoot, click shoot, click shoot for the whole game. Instead, it's more like it's just a beam attack. Which isn't really that different from being like a mage, but... Now leveling Fire Strike has even more value. Because it applies. I bet having 1.7 and 1.7, they have the same attack speed. Kinda wish they shot at the same time then. Just double shot. some sort of weird pattern to them. Feels kind of awkward. Shooting both at the same time would be probably kind of contextually impractical, but it would be stronger, which is maybe the reason that it doesn't shoot both at the same time. I remember this. It's very annoying. Walking all the way along this path, only being able to exit at specific locations. This build has reached the basic function of it, which is good. It's a very solid start. It's weird that you can rotate the camera. I never do it, but it's sort of... Maybe I should. In a lot of games it's nice to be able to control the camera. In this one it just feels kind of out of place. Retaliation, health, probably not worth it. Dead people. Isn't there... I think there's something up here. This could be the brother they were looking for, maybe? Probably not. I don't know the value of armor. Ooh, defensive ability, chance to be crit. So eventually I'm going to have to really worry about defensive ability. Chance to crit, 13.9%. That's pretty high. Just generally numerically. That's pretty interesting. The fire strike is exactly double. Which, considering it's only 115% and then a bunch of other stuff, is kind of interesting. Like, that's where it shows damage per second. It's easy to check. Okay. So this damage per second is not the fire strike. And it's only showing damage per second per weapon. Weird. The higher your armor rating... I think there's some sort of active detrimental effect to not having... Yeah, it's basically... Yeah. Because I have no armor on my shoulders, there's a 15% chance that my armor does nothing. If I had any armor at all on my shoulders, then it would do the same 70% it does everywhere else, I think. So I just need some shoulder armor to equip, and then I will be even safer. Okay, that's all the way here, so I can make my way this way. I guess pauldrons would be a word to look for. I don't know. It's all over the place. White, somewhere down. It's definitely somewhere to the right. Between here and somewhere up there. That I need to go to a sort of secret place that might need me to return to with a code. And I think it might even be here. Helm. Not a shoulder armor. Oh yeah! Totems. That's a mechanic. Nope. Oh wait, you can dodge in this game. Forgot. This is a pretty rough bunch of monsters. These porcupines are pretty dangerous. And I don't have potions. And I missed. That's pretty funny. Ooh, I'm gonna die. Good, safe. I think I can hope. What happened? I don't understand this fire rate. Is there ammo considerations?
That skill's not ready.
Weird. Shoulder guard. Perfect. Be a huge upgrade because I go from nothing there to something there. Wherever they are. It auto-equipped. Pierce damage is good, health is good, cunning is good, pierce resist, elemental resist. That's a lot of elemental resist total. I'm happy with that. So I need to get to bursting rounds. I think I just fully do that and then I can level it. And bursting rounds will be better with double. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Physique, cunning, spirit, health, energy. Physique, cunning, spirit, health, energy is probably consistent-ish. Except, probably isn't. Can I just face tank one of them? I can't. Too many debuffs. Better to actually interact with the game. And avoid getting hit a little. Oh, that's the, steel proc, isn't it? Ring of Steel. Fur-lined Cap of Thorns. Pretty funny name. Okay, lightning damage is bad. That went okay. It was kind of awkward, but I did beat it. Oh, I still have that left. Never mind, I didn't beat it. Leather boots. More armor. Vite resist, bleeding resist are both good. It's definitely an upgrade overall. Even if half the stats are worthless. Oh, that would be really nice. For a... I can't remember what Briarthorn is, but I think Ray Skeletons is Necromancer, obviously. Ooh, that's really good. The acid's not the best, but it is an upgrade on my one-handed range. Offense, defense, nope. Do I have any... Oh wait, no, these are probably better. Bleed resist, vitality resist, what are these? Chaos resist is good, move speed's nice, but I think everything else is worse. That's going to be really good. It can replace, I guess, this one. What level? Oh, 3 more levels so far. The conversion to acid damage is not ideal, but it's still pretty good. Well, I guess it isn't converted, it is an acid damage gun. But it will convert damage from this into acid? Which might not be... Actually, I don't think I have anything that amplifies physical specifically, so I don't think it's actually bad. I don't know how this game calculates damage. If it calculates damage, like, in a flat reduction type of way, then it's probably bad to split damage. So now I can get 1 point here. 3% per level, I can get 10 levels, easy. Assuming it's linear. That's really good scaling. that will scale up to, oh, like nearly 40%, nearly 40% chance. And if I'm shooting 2 guns, it's going to trigger often. But it might be that on the trigger it doesn't benefit from fire strike, which is not necessarily ideal. It'll just be the 105% main hand, the physical, the fire in an AoE, which is still good. But I think I focus on leveling Demolitionist again now. Having this to trigger occasionally will be nice for AoE, and then I can come back and level these up more later. But keep leveling this to get Brimstone. And do I want Static Strike? Probably. There's no real loss to that. It does increase the cost. I'll definitely want this now that I have that. That's a good level. That's good to level. The elemental damage is good, the pierce damage, attack speed's all really good. Going, oh. And that's the explosive shot firing. Into a cave. Oh no, a cavern. Apologies. Yeah, those explosions are pretty satisfactory. Taking a lot of damage from guns, though. These guys did beat me up a lot. Just getting shot a bunch. Oh, weird. Do block. Might as well pick it up. Didn't mean to grab that, meant to stop moving. Amulet, Aether damage, pet damage, worthless for me. It's possible elemental resistances might be better than everything else I have on the other amulet, though. Yeah, I think the elemental resist, the HP regen, and defensibility are better than everything I have on the other one. The bonus to all pets is worthless. And the Aether damage is just damage. I think that is still 2 damage on every shot, which is nice. Can I? Yeah, figures. Health, defense, armor by 4%. Not elemental, but pretty decent looking. Stay your weapon. Slaves here. I can send them back via Rift Gate. Rift Gate. Take care. Okay, that's it. Pretty straightforward. More dialogue though. Or not. There shouldn't be many people here. There should be just another similar group. That was a big round, probably. Give me an explosive round. It hit the one that was too far away, probably. Bunch of idiot rovers wandering in our hideout. They're unarmed, rovers are generally unarmed, which is knowledge. They have a few slaves, barely have a few scraps between them. The bridge, with the Burwich Bridge destroyed, we're stuck in the swamp. I remember there's 2 choices. You can either go one path, you can go underground. I can't remember if they both end in the same place though. That's worth taking to sell. Axe. Okay. So when I get to 14, I can swap one of my guns. Bunch of stuff I should sell. I'm gonna swap this, let's store it there. Let's keep going this way until I get to a wall, and then I can make my way back. Yep. Explosive round. That's not much stronger single target. I should stop going inwards. I need to keep going till I get to a wall on the left. Keep going here because I'm gonna hit, I think, a corner probably, I guess. I wonder what buffed them. Was it one of them roaring? Or howling? Yes, I can continue this and then I can go back through. That one there roared or howled. It does have howler in its name. Kinda wonder if at this point I should replace the grenade. Respec the grenade because I can get access to the explosive AoE shot that actually is good AoE. Oops. If it's inconsistent though. And I can't just toss it as I run, so it's probably not better. Yeah, I'll have to get that, but it should be fine to go through now. Goofy. Okay, just a little bit left. Still surprised, it must be a little further than I thought. The side path. That was at least one special shot. It's kind of funny it stuck to the thing. Which surprised me a little bit. Good, I've seen that already. I think the game gets more involved later. Like early game in any game is gonna be fairly straightforward. Yeah, the grenade's still worth keeping. The evade is weird. Oh wait, have they had? Oh, did they? I've had this the whole time. I wonder if it's just a skill now? I thought they were actual consumables. Because otherwise I wouldn't have mouse 4 and mouse 5. Maybe I changed that recently because I thought I thought it still had that. Maybe it never had healing potions you had to collect? But no. I have to check. Did they change it? Okay, no. You can at least, or you could at least buy them in the past. I could go check. Maybe it got changed in an update. Because Tonic of Mending, restore 25% plus 800 plus 25% seems to be a consumable. But if it's just a skill with a 12-second cooldown, they might have changed it. I wish I could keep the audio when I tab out, but I guess I should go back. Come on, give me some AoE explosions. I got one there. That went pretty smooth. I can't just stand here. The knockdown on the grenade is pretty funny. Or the granado. Aggressive silver band. Kind of an interesting difference. I do want to level that trigger because the 10% feels a little bit low. I could leave and come back easily. I'll do that real quick. And I tabbed. So I'll check if they can even be bought or if it got removed.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Yeah, they must have removed them. Which is kind of interesting. I don't know how necessary of a change it is, but I don't think it's detrimental. I forgot. Because yeah, I noticed this before. Because I think it was basically you could get enough that you didn't really have to worry too much about them. So just it being a skill instead of taking up permanent inventory slots is a positive. I think I want to buy the scrap. I think it's always worth keeping scrap. I think these are still worth carrying, or this is still worth carrying. I definitely don't want that. Don't need this or this. Ring, not very good. I could save it for a different character, but I don't think that's worth it. I think, yeah, it's better. Sell that. Corpse dust is a consumable that I probably should just consume. Maybe. I can sell that too. Move these back. Bunch of amulets, bunch of stuff I can buy back. I don't think it's ever actually worth buying anything here, at least for a while.
Iron well spent.
Okay, quests. Need to collect an amulet. Go to the cellar and kill a couple more people. Good. Wait, meet Bourbon inside the prison. I thought I already did. Whoops. Guess I should have done that sooner. Forgot about him.
Good, you're back. I've heard good things from both Kasparov and Barnabas. One of my scouts came back with news making our next move clear. The dead are heavily concentrated in Burwich village to the north, past the swamps of Whitemire. There must be You've proven yourself quite resourceful thus far. Your ability to secure rift gates for human use could be a turning point in our situation. With all the activity around Burwich,
I have to
follow
get to
the road north
Burwich.
through Whitemire. Though in the current state of things, you'll likely have to leave the road behind well before you reach the village.
Palisade
Keep pressing
wall.
north, and you will eventually...
Okay, so I didn't get too far. Good. There might be other quests in this area. That still needs to be handed in. Okay, I should be fine.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Alright, what's this? 4,000 for a Splith blood tincture. It's just a big AoE poison. Interesting. These are oils and tinctures that are a newer system where you consume them and you get some duration. I read about some change. Weird. There's so much more stuff eventually.
Iron well spent.
I should go unlock the area to the left though. Maybe I shouldn't do it now, but I want to. Find a teleport place on the left and then come back to what I should be focusing on if I can. I should focus, but I might not be able to make any headway this way. It might be too weak. Oh yeah, I'm too weak. I could make progress. What? Ah, the XP is faster. I think. Yeah, that shield is kind of crazy. I could do this for a bit, but I probably shouldn't. Yeah, it's not worth it. If half these people have those shields that makes them significantly tankier, it's not worth it at all. It was interesting enough to check. So I'll go back. Actually, I can just go this way, because it's not set up in a way where you have to... The gate doesn't just go to town. It's kind of a different setup, which is neat. Kind of an interesting... I'm just considering the skill build, because this and this technically don't... it doesn't seem like they both apply. So you don't shoot a fire strike shot when this shoots. So I don't know. I'm assuming it's still best to level this first. Maybe way more points than explosive strike would be good too. Functional builds are simple enough, though, for early games. So it won't matter for a while. Though saying that, these kills already feel a little slower than I would like, but probably partially because my gear is not amazing. These guns are fairly mediocre. And I mean, I do kill stuff. Normal, weak enemies very quick, so... Rift spawn.
I can't do that yet.
Pretty sure that means there should be a rift nearby, but maybe not. I mean, I am reasonably tanky, I think. Like, I out-regen what these basic dogs, the amount of damage these dogs do to me. Not quite on that last guy, but taking very little damage compared to what I think I'm used to, so... So wait, I'm trying to... I don't know what I would have said this component. But that's these people. Oh, I have to collect slith components. That was easy. I'm not sure what it is specifically about components you're mentioning, but that's probably me forgetting what I said 5 seconds before. What? I'll see.
Skill's not ready.
Yeah, it's nice to not have to worry about dying too quickly. Should be moving, but Oh, okay. Is this... No, it's a normal path. Guess it's just a special... small little tree stump. Ooh, that's good. Maybe. Spolders. Seems good. Breaches. Seems bad. Ah, the armor is so much better. I don't have the physique. I could have the physique. Probably don't need the physique though. For now. This stuff? It does give a lot of... gives a lot of resistance, gives a lot of everything. Health regen. If I could look, defensive ability. It is more defensive ability, which is good. Okay, so I'll definitely work with that. Okay, so I need to swap first gun. Why is it better? Oh, because of the chaos damage, that's why it's better? And the attack speed? I don't know, it's weird. That is an improvement. 1.6 and 1.7. Yeah, I guess I probably should actually be applying it, shouldn't I? I just kind of forget to actually... like, I know I can apply them, but then I apply it, sorry, to something that I don't use, but I guess I probably should just use them, because I have a lot of them. Physical, offensive... arcane, those are not. Probably don't want the lightning. I'd probably apply this or this. Physical damage, fire damage, convert fire. What do I have more of right now? I think I have more physical than fire. So I probably put that there. And that gives me... I guess that overwrote what it had before. Which is not a huge issue because I'm going to replace it eventually anyway. With maybe this? Probably not that, actually. I'd probably swap this as well. Sort of a lot of stuff to consider. And then I'll replace it fairly quickly. Rings, amulets, and medals. Okay, that's pretty good. This should be a non-issue to place it there. Oh. Oh, no, it's that... No, I don't like... I need the detail. That's more confusing without the detail. Yeah, keep the green longer, makes sense. Yeah, I think this is a fun game. Placing it on the green. I just kind of want to see how it would apply specifically. It's weird that I don't like not having the detailed stuff. Okay, but look at all the stuff to apply. Yeah. I think I played Diablo much closer to release, and I just kind of... I beat it, and then the end game type stuff kind of wore me out pretty quickly. I kind of want to replace this soon, though maybe it's a good enough amulet to keep. That's a lot of elemental resist. It's really... There's a lot going on in this game. It's a good thing that there's a lot going on. Cold damage is useless right now. Oh, I guess it is just everything, huh? And it is only 8, so eventually it won't be very good. I have nothing on that, right? This is good advice. Roiling blood, physical damage. I'm assuming the physical damage applies before damage conversion. But if it applies if it applies after, then it's actually worse. So I'd assume it applies after. I should probably maybe put on those for now. I'm gonna let it sit. Okay, because like the initial endgame felt very... Mostly just I didn't want to go around collecting all the shrines, because that was not interesting at that point in the game. Chilled steel. Yeah. It's definitely one of the better. It might not be the... I don't know. It's all about different things. I'm gonna let it sit and just keep moving for a minute. And there's a lot of games that are great and have their own appeal. This, I think, for the style it is, I think it's one of the better ARPGs. It might be a little, like, Last Epoch I enjoy, but I do think it's stylistically fairly different. So they both have different appeal in my mind. Which is sort of an interesting factor. Certainly more approachable than Titanfall. Not Titanfall, that's a different game entirely. Titan Quest. Yeah. My assumption is that's probably true. The only reason I did was I wanted I wanted to pick up this and this, which this might not have been worth it, but I mostly wanted to pick up that so that I could dual wield the ranged weapons because it would combo pretty well, I think. But my impression is, and I do a bad job of skill building when I've played, my impression is you want to focus more and not stretch yourself thin. Because I'd say, when I've played in the past, I had a habit of, oh, pick up a skill here, pick up a skill there, pick up too many skills. What was that hitbox? I mean, I might already be regretting putting extra skills into that mastery because I might have slowed potential scaling on reaching Brimstone Shot and stuff like that. Because I don't know the value of this or this. Or having levels in this to get Agonizing Flame seems good, but when I last played, because I'm not following a build, but when I last played, I tried to follow builds after a certain point because I was sort of struggling eventually. And there was some sort of ratio between the mastery bar and everything else that was significantly more mastery bar focused than my default distribution. So at least for me, it's like, okay, I need to make sure that I intentionally put points into the mastery bar, because otherwise I just want to level skills. This is a bad location. I do think it's had some weird changes that I don't know. I don't dislike, the dodge is odd. Okay. So that means that I've been a little over investing in mastery. Yeah, there's been weird changes. Like, I guess they took away consumable healing potions since I last played, and they added a evade, which is odd to come back to. Well, starting a fresh character is not really that difficult to get used to again, but it's a very different. There's a lot more potential with evading that I'm not taking advantage of at all. Oh, shrine. So it's not like... So you can't take back those. So is that what you dislike about the build that you made? Elemental versus better elemental, better ether. Lightning and electrocutor bad, but so is lightning ether. Offense spirit. That might be better. It's hard to judge because I'm bad. I don't know about the value of stun duration, so I'm gonna carry it for now. I thought most things could be respect. Outside of the choice of mastery. Quite too many snakes to aggro. I mean, they're all buffed now. Because I pulled them all together. Bad choice. Oh, I'm taking a lot more damage than I thought I was. And I think respeccing's pretty cheap initially, which is why I'm not overly worried about making mistakes. I might... Why? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button entirely. That was fairly simple. Ooh, belt. This is probably better. Burn damage is kind of good. Pierce is good. Elemental's good because it boosts fire. Offense ability. Pierce resist and fire resist might be better though. I think it's probably a better option. It's difficult. Oh, Path of Exile is insane. But yeah, I think in Devil's Crossing on the second floor at the top, like as long as the Like, I think as long as the masteries are correct, it's easy to respec. But yeah, Path of Exile is crazy. I could never even attempt to make a build in that. 'Cause imagine I'd have to play it 15 times using builds from people online, and then I might be able to make a build that could get to the end of the game. Maybe.
I can't do that.
Making the attack. Like, I can do this real quick. I think it's basically...
What
I think
troubles you?
anything can be removed. I think... Yeah. 25 iron bits per skill point initially. It's like it is recoverable for sure.
Stay strong.
What
I
is...
sense turmoil within
What if
you.
I... Wait, did I lose?
Safe journey.
I guess something was giving me 2 levels of that. What was it? This? Yes, okay. I'm so close. Oh, I've been sitting on skill points. Whoops. I'm halfway through the next level. So I've been doing 2-1 this whole time pretty much. I can probably invest 3 if I wanted to. This is temporary. I don't want to keep Granado long term, but it's just convenient for now. Actually, I probably could have taken Granado away right then. I don't think I want Blackwater until I can get Agonizing. This seems like the most valuable effect. The damage feels really lacking on just the base skill. 'Cause that fireball burn is worse than the fire blast from equipment. Yeah, I'm gonna put 3 points here. Because I've been doing 2-1 basically the whole time from mastery points, so I think I need more damage. Getting it to 12 will get me to 55% physical. That should be good. Aim for that soon. 1 more level, that will max out. Then I'll go back to leveling the mastery occasion, 50-50-ish. So much more difficult. Wait, the damage, 10 elemental damage, does that mean it's split evenly? That's interesting. What am I doing? I'm lost. Yeah. Oh, he's turned into demons. Chthonic. Is there an H? Or is it chthonic? Probably worth selling. I think there was a... like, I think Grim Tools? I haven't looked for a build in... I think I checked one recently just as a basic idea. But I think Grim Tools is a good website? Though it might be misremembering, yeah. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good time with your build, because builds are difficult. Yeah. I hope you enjoy your evening as well. AI is a little silly. They get to their limit and then they tether back, which they have to, but the way they tether is slightly too abusable. Okay. We do have different scales of tethering. That's... I guess I pulled him in from in here somehow. That's weird. Yeah. There's a lot that goes on in this game. Flesh hunk. Okay. Story. The amulet about the brother. Bleed. Pet. I always do pet builds. This is the first non-pet build I've ever tried. Pets are so fun. Have to break promise. Volunteer to distract the rotten walkers. Keep her safe. Got himself into a fix. Well, yeah. Thanks for stopping by as well. I hope you have a good evening, too. And thanks for the advice. Running out of daylight. Well, she's trying to get out and he doesn't succeed. I want one more physique. No, cunning seems the best. Huh? What was that? Nothing showed up. Weird. Probably intentionally mysterious. But over here. I haven't gone that way. Whoops.
I can't do it.
I lack damage anymore. Well, do I need more? Yeah, I do. Where'd these guys come from? Out of the ground, probably. Oh. Should probably wrap up soon. Mostly because I should probably try to get to sleep soon, so I won't. I'll intend to go to sleep kind of soon and then I'll not do it, but I should try at least. No, that's not better. It's worth selling probably, but maybe I put a bunch of chip claws on stuff. Maybe other better things, and then wrap up with that. Yeah, I'll clear this section here, and then I'll wrap up. Or it really is about time that I should stop. But I'll mess with components before I do. I will give in the talisman. Okay, that's it. This was fun. I had a good time. Very productive. I learned some stuff. Yeah, give the talisman. You've returned, you have the amulet. He was one of the dead. Know that he's free of all this misery. And a ring. Health regen, constitution. Which is the bar? It's probably not the best, but it's probably better than this. 6 defense, 6 health regen. I put Roiling Blood, but I can replace that. Wait, I thought that was a ring. I guess that's just the icon they show. Whoops, so it would replace this one. Aether damage, defense ability, health regen. Nope, I think the elemental resistance is 13's probably better. The health regen's better. The resistances are worse. The constitution is useful-ish. I'll keep it, but currently my guess is it's not better. I was hoping... I wish it wasn't a ring icon in there. I'm so happy I could replace this. Oh, wait. So this will probably be a fireball-based setup. Okay, I think it's been a second. Look at these. So this can apply to the weapon. I mean, I have enough of these that using one on something that's going to be replaced soon, it's not the end of the world. Four physical plus 12 physical. 2 to 4 fire. Plus 12 fire. I mean, this is probably better on a physical weapon. Can I check? Okay, so this shows 14 to 26 chaos. If I apply this, I'll get like 4. It won't be much. It won't be enough to check if it will increase the chaos damage on Fire Strike. That's interesting. The fire... Oh, okay, because it's weapon attack Fire Strike or what show it. Okay. Chaos. See, I'll try it just to see what happens. So, Chaos 14 to 26. $14 to $27, which could just be the +4 and not the 12%, so that wasn't really a good test. So I have a bunch of armor, scavenged plating that I could apply. But it's probably these. I don't know if I should put on the helmet or not. Probably not. It's difficult to decide. I'll leave it for now. I'll sell all this junk, and then I'll wrap up.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
I don't want to keep this. Keep it for now. Well, actually, oh, actually, no.
See you around.
That's pretty easy.
See anything you like?
Keep that, even if it's just a memento. Physical Aether, damage to Aether corruption. This might actually be better. It's a lot of armor. It has element, ether, poison, acid, fire. Well, that's a lot of element. 18% fire resist on that? That's a way better. That's definitely way better. Damage to ether stuff. More physical damage. Pierce resist, fire resist, every type of resist basically. Yeah, that's a clear upgrade. I lose a little bit of physique, cunning, and offensive, but... Okay, let's look at the damage stats, because I think it still is an upgrade. 274. Yeah, it's just a straight up upgrade. The belt. You know, this is not better, because the element damage is useful. Actually at, I think, respectable resistances compared to what I would normally be sitting at, so I'm happy with that. I actually have over 50% on elemental, as opposed to sitting at like 20. Progress, and I sell this. Did I want to keep this? No. Kinda want to carry that. I probably don't need it. See, I will wrap up here after I figure this out. This might be better. Ether. Yeah. This gives me better damage per second though. 469 or fire strike. 461. Yeah, I lose 8 fire strike damage. Armor rating some sort of distribution? It must be like average? Legs say 44. 32. No, it's just a rating based on something. It's not armor value. The head has a rating of 92, but only has 78 armor. So it's just some average. Some value given. Still, I think once it gets above 100% chance to hit, it becomes crit. So I need to be careful of that. I do need more offensive ability, but I think I'll sell this for now. Sell that for sure. Pierce, element, burn. The cunning is not terrible. Health is not bad. That is more DPS. Four, 6, 8. It's actually worse DPS for Fire Strike because the elemental damage makes sense, and the burn, mostly the elemental. Okay, I think I saw this. Keep this, it'll replace one of the other weapons. I should probably apply something to it. Was acid damage inherent? So boosting physical would not be useful? Maybe adding fire would be better. The physical conversion would do nothing, I think, but it might apply to everything? I really don't know. For now, didn't mean to sell that. Whoops.
See you around.
For now, I'll see what happens if I apply one. Probably fine. Probably not ideal. I'll stop here though. It was very productive. I got all the way there. I think next time I'll definitely get to the next main area, maybe to the, I don't know. There's a boss that actually feels like a boss eventually. I think they're in a little, they're the warden. I might be able to reach them. I don't know. Yeah, I'll stop here. It was fun, and I will hope anyone watching has a nice day. Bye-bye.